Sport betting is alright, to be honest with you. Because first of all, it has its own rules. You have to be 18 or above, right?
Yeah. But let's talk about mental health impact. I think we can't take away that. Anything that you put your money on.
Addictive and whatnot.
Welcome back to the Tech Combo podcast with me, Chim.
And Mark.
Yes. So today on the podcast, we have an interesting discussion.
Very interested.
Yes, very interesting. If you've been paying attention online, there's been a lot of discussions on whether sports betting is bringing a positive impact on society or bringing a negative impact on society.
So it's for us today to talk about it. Yeah. To know which is it good or is it bad?
Yes. So I'll let Mark begin first with his thoughts on sports betting. Do you think sports betting is bringing harm or is it bringing positivity and promoting society?
Sports betting, to me, sport betting is alright, to be honest with you. Because first of all, it has its own rules. You have to be 18 or above, right?
Yeah.
Of age.
Yes.
Is it? And then the first point, of course, like it brings in income and money. There's money there. And of course, it gives jobs to people.
Yeah.
Like people who, for instance, we talk about these sport betting companies.
Yeah.
There's Betway, there's Sporty Bets, whatever, all those. When you go there are those who don't have like smartphones. They physically have to go there. And there are people who attend to you and all that. And to them, it's giving them jobs. And yeah, what do you think?
Okay, so on his point, he says there are people who go to like these places. What do they even call them?
Betting water.
I see. But I see a lot of them where I come from. So you would go there and then you have to bet from there. There are like computers that people access.
And it's not just betting. And sometimes it's not even just for those places. It's not even just for, betting. Firstly, those places were meant to go and watch. You have to go watch soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are a lot of TVs that they are waiting for your ticket to,
Yeah, so Mark is saying there are people who attend to the people betting there, and those people have got employment.
They know.
Yes. Now, for me, I would bring this point. Like, let's say there are people who are going there to work, but then there's a youth there who's going there to waste his time. Exactly. Like, he's not working. He only has got a term quarter, which he asked from somebody as he was going to the same place. And then he goes and puts it in there, and it goes.
It goes, right?
Yes. Oh, what's your thought on that?
So we'll just look at it in a place of business, right?
Yes.
Don't we invest money?
We do.
We do invest money, right? Is it every time that we invest and sometimes things come the way we plan?
No.
That way, it's the same thing. You have to have a heart to say, okay, this money I'm touching, is it really for, you know what I mean? You have to have a certain amount of money that you wouldn't mind losing. That's how Betway comes in. That's why in most cases I feel betting is for people with money. To be honest, I personally feel that way. It's for people with extra something. Yeah.
I get your point. Your point is do not bet money that you are supposed to use for something.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe you rent money and you bet with it. Sleep
out. Or maybe let's say you're a student and then they send you your allowance from home and your school fees. So what you're saying is buy the stuff that you need to buy, let's say the food that you need and everything. And then you also pay for your school fees. But then when you have an extra money, that's what you use for betting, right?
It could be not really like, because if you put it like your extra money, it might look like after you've done all that, then you've got a certain amount. Not that whole money should go. You find that you might not have money to print your
so
Monday you get.
Also, okay, now I get your point. But here's the thing. Sports betting is gambling. Whether you call it a business, but that's not what it is. If we are being truthful,
come on,
it's a gamble. It's like that's why most people who do online sports betting, if Squid Game comes in real life, they will get them. So the thing is, I think what gambling does is, initially you have extra money.
Okay.
Yeah, I would give you an example of that game that the Chinese brought, the Chibonanza thing.
Of course.
Yeah. I remember I was like in grade 10, like I would have money for break and I would go in a Chibonanga and then throw in a coin and then 50 kwacha comes out. Hey, you go to school, you buy whatever you want. But one thing that it does to your mind is you will never forget that place.
Of course.
Yeah. So initially, let's say I've got a 10 quarter. I put it in my account. I do those betting accounts, right? And then I bet. I play a candidate. I bet on a team, and then I win. Like, I'll get the money that I've won.
Yeah.
But my mind will still tell me to go back there. And that's what gambling does to you.
Okay.
So initially you have extra money to put in, but it's going to come for your money. It will come for your pockets. Like, and when it comes for your pockets to get everything. That's my view on betting.
Okay, so with betting, right? I will still come back to the same point. No, I feel like it's not really like, I wouldn't really call it like a business for you, or like a person who's going to bet, say.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, look at it like a business, like the way we invest in, in companies, or the way we invest in. But with it, it's not really precisely to say like that. Because like in a business, you find that maybe that's your capital. Then you just put it in. But with Betway, it should be something you should laze around. That money that you laze around with, like where you wouldn't mind losing it. If it's like a 50 kwacha, that's if you still have these to my amounts that you have, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever. Just remove like a small little, But either way, what I'm saying is it gives jobs to people, because if you've come to realize, there's 1xBet, about that. There are those people who are given promo codes.
Yes.
All these content creators talk about, they get to talk about their promo codes, the 300% will win bonus, what those, And in every, video they get to post, they talk about the same, they promote it. So I feel like betting to me is just like something that should come, as you should be able to do that. If at all you not say, okay, it's just money that I can, a little something. Don't touch your main money. Just touch a little, something. Because Betway, you find that maybe 3 kwacha can make a ticket. 5 kwacha can make a ticket. If you want to go big with numbers, like there are people there are guys like Magnet. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people like Magnet. Those guys, you find that maybe he puts like a 20 or 15,000 and ticket, he gets a 94 or a 95,000. But so he even posts that on his whatever.
But when you talk of Magnet is an advertiser, is a promoter.
Of course.
Yeah, so his job is to promote betting companies. So you can't tell me that Magnet is putting a 30,000 kwacha on a team or on whatever he's betting on. That's a lie, because we know that those people, whether Magnet loses the 30,000 kwacha or the 50p, they are still going to pay him.
But
so his job is, let me entice the poor people. Now that's where my point is coming from. There are poor people in the hood who are being exploited. Like them, they look at Magnet, and Magnet is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be like Magnet, And then when you tell them, okay, what you are saying is, no, spend money that you don't have to use. They'll tell you, you're even Magnet, I'm my 30 pin, my 50 pin.
No.
And those people are suffering. Those people ask for coins from us. They go and pay.
Listen, wait. I think, okay, let me put it this way. Way back, we had, I feel like, I don't know when, but there was a time where we had like casino. We have got casinos.
The casinos do exist, yeah.
What kind of people go in casino?
Those are people with money.
So you find that, what do the people go do there? They go and, it's pretty much, it's a betting. That's gambling. They're betting, yeah. But you find that the issue, the monies that are on the table there, of course, they are doubles of what they say, double or nothing, or what, those big amounts. That's what happens that side. So you find that maybe those people who are already rich, those people who are already like at that level, there are people who wouldn't mind losing a 5,000. They wouldn't mind losing a 2,000 or maybe even 1,000. Same applies to betting. Sometimes you might have to, like just have to put in a little something. It's more like an interesting kind of game that you have to play. Just like you're going to play pool, you have to put in some tokens. You buy maybe 10 kwacha or 5 kwacha. You play and enjoy, and you're out of it. But that 5 kwacha, it doesn't mean you have to go back with it. No.
Okay, yeah. Okay, how about, let's talk about mental health impact. I think we can't take away that. Anything that you put your money on.
Addictive and whatnot.
Yeah, there's addiction, first of all.
Of course.
And I think I said it already, when you put your money in something that is considered a gamble, you can win, but then your mind will remain there.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so there's that addiction and the thing that you want to play more. Another thing is, I'm talking about mental health as well. We've seen people committing suicide.
Of course.
Like somebody accumulates loans and loans, which they go and put on betting. And after losing everything, like I've heard people losing as much as 70,000 kwacha. and then this person just goes and
Have you seen why I still come back to the same point? What I wanted to say is, of course, like
you
it does
talked about children.
exactly.
And
So now, of course, it starts with the age of 18. That's when you're allowed. So 18, 9 by 2, those ones.
But do you know that even
yeah,
you know that kids have got access to illicit content on their phone?
of course.
Why? Because it was them. Are you above 18? And they'll say yes.
So now, if I can ask you another question,
Mhm.
based on that, how many kids have you seen drinking who are below the age of 18?
Adult man.
Those are the issues.
Okay, now let's talk about regulation. I think how can sports betting and systems online help and avoid prevent younger people from participating? Do you think there is a thing they can do?
Maybe a feature of some sort.
Yes, it was the same debate they had in which country banned social media for younger people. They said they banned social media for teens. I think that should be Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Now people were talking about having like AI features that can scan your face and detect whether you are mine now or no. Yeah. So like there's a lot. Like, the internet is hard to regulate. You can say that if you're younger than 18, don't come on this site. But a kid will be curious. Why money is you get my point.
And maybe you find that maybe some of those features, it's not like every time you want to have access to a phone and then you do that and then no, you find that maybe kids will now start using parents' phones or like just, other people's phones, uncles' phones and all that.
And okay, talking about this, I've got a child. Oh, and then the child has got a phone, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about parental control? How much access should I have to my child's phone? If I have a child, let's talk about parenting, because there are features on phones that can allow you as a parent to see what your child is doing.
Exactly.
Is that good? Because a lot of kids talk about privacy. But this is the same reason why they are going on betting sites and they're going on even on pornographic
material. Yeah. So I feel like, and the sad thing is that nowadays, what normally started happening is that there are people who, conversations that teachers and learners get to have, like where they will say, no, I'll send notes on
WhatsApp.
I'll say, I'll send what on, So you find that even if the child goes home, they'll just go and tell their mom to say,
I need a phone.
Yes. I need to
because I'm losing out.
And then maybe you find that there is a phone that they have and they just keep it somewhere aside, where like they say, no, you only use this phone when it's maybe when you close or when you what. So you find that she will start now giving the child their phone to say, okay, use it. Not until at last they'll just say, okay, just get that.
But that's good. That's parental control. At least you can see that, okay, what is my
trying?
Yeah. But do you think parents should have access to their children's phones?
I think they just have to, because giving children phones just like that, say, okay, you are, that can really kill them. Exactly. I feel like that can really, children shouldn't have. I think up to like you write your grade 12.
Yeah.
Normally phones.
You should have phones,
but with restriction, of course, and yeah.
And that's because that's one of the ways we can protect our children. Because a lot of people, you remember there was a time when there's this child who committed suicide because the child was chatting with an AI chatbot. Oh. And then the chatbot drove the child to killing themselves. Now, a lot of arguments where people are saying that these tech companies are not protecting children. But as a parent, because the parent was surprised that this happened to my child was having these conversations. I think as parents, parents are more, they are the ones to protect their children more than these companies. These companies are businesses. They want to make money. So you can't, their goal is not, yes, safety is a goal. Like TikTok has got safety policy, Facebook has got safety policy, and every other platform. But despite that, the one who can protect the child more is the parent themselves. Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah. So that was, so you guys, we were talking about online sports betting. We've even reached the point of parental control.
Yeah, because I think that this point drove from just the age.
The age limit, yeah. So we want to hear from you in the comment section. Bring in your arguments. Maybe we didn't mention some argument that you would want to bring in.
If at all these things were really as bad as, for example, let's say pornographic information, material, they would have stopped betting a long time. I think betting would have been stopped a long time.
Betting has got also economical benefit to the nation because there is taxing, like the left to tax companies. So we are not saying the whole discussion is it's a bad thing. No, the discussion is not it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
The discussion is, I think in the end, what we need are regulations. Like, because the government should bring in regulations that will protect the citizens and the children, especially. And for me, my main concern is the children, as well as families, because families can break. That's because mom spent all the money on betting and we are not eating, we are not going to school. So all those things.
And in as
Maybe
much
a limit to how much you can bet and stuff.
Yeah, and in as much as I can say no, betting is good, it's helping people. What? Do you know that even with people who are already doing the betting stuff, you know, if you're losing money all the time, keep on losing money all the time. Like sometimes it gets to a point where you just say, let me for now, let me just for a bit, not until I make a bit more, then I just try a little bit again, but not on your main, like well vested money. No. That should just be like a little, just, like a bite from whatever, you've made. Maybe like a 50, risk like 100, not you're losing 15,000 over, no. Unless maybe if I told you not, say, okay, I won a 90-something thousand kwacha. Then you say, okay, let me put in like a 10,000, like a 1,000. Like, of course, you won't feed it. You won't feed it, but not where your main money is what you're using for. Then there, my brother, it will be wild there.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with us until the end. We love you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.